Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and I'd like to tell you about a service that you can purchase directly from Trezor called the Trezor Expert Onboarding Session. The Expert Onboarding Session is an hour-long, one-on-one video chat tech support session with an expert at Trezor to help you set up a Trezor hardware wallet device. So you can purchase this service with any cryptocurrency wallet that you buy at Trezor. Simply buy the product, schedule your session, and then confirm your session. And when the time comes, be ready in front of your computer with your product, and the Trezor expert will walk you through the entire process. My expert was Will, and I believe Will did an outstanding job. As you guys know, and as Will knew, I've been doing cryptocurrency hardware wallet setups for many years on my YouTube channel. And so I have a lot of experience with this kind of thing. But in the case of this session, I basically just put myself in Will's hands. And I believe he did an outstanding job, and that's coming from someone that has set up hundreds of wallets. One of the things that Will really impressed me with was his ability to stay on focus. It's very easy to get sidetracked and get into long discussions, and Will did a wonderful job of addressing all of my questions without going into too much detail and making sure that we got through what we needed to get through during the session. I was using my Trezor Safe 5. I highly recommend this wallet. It's got a color touchscreen with haptic feedback, which makes using the device a joy. It's very easy for new users to wrap their head around a device like this because it's very similar to your phone or tablet. So I'm going to share some snippets of our expert session with you guys so that you can see how it works. As I mentioned, it's a one-on-one video chat session. So all you need is a webcam and a mic and a computer, and you're good to go.
Backup is going to be, this is going to be the most important part of the session because whoever gets their hands on this backup, that's the only way they would be able to access your funds and your crypto. So I'll definitely talk about this throughout the session. I'll definitely stress it a lot. Make sure you're keeping that backup safe. Make sure you're keeping it private. Make sure you're keeping it confidential. No pets can get to it. No kids can get to it, anything like that. Find a
Right.
safe place for it and really make sure it's safe. That's something I'll definitely be stressing throughout the session.
After we got through the preliminaries, we got straight to actually doing the backup. And he even had me turn off my camera during this part where I wrote down my seed phrase. He also just kind of gave me the time to get it done without rushing me. I thought that's very important. We remained calm, cool, and collected throughout the entire session. It says ready, backup needed.
Yes, and that's what we'll be doing just now. We're actually getting closer to that writing down of the words that represents your wallet. That's going to be the backup. So on your computer, yeah, you can hit that continue to backup.
Okay.
And at this point, Trezor Suite is going to be giving you some information, some which we've talked about before, some of the risks about disclosing your backup and keeping it private. So after you click these three, just pause for a second before you click
Sure.
anything else. So this is actually nice kind of to have in the application for people who don't have a Trezor expert. They didn't book a session like this. I like the fact that Trezor is reinforcing these key tenants, these key components, kind of making sure that you're not sharing your backup with anyone, making sure you're not taking any pictures, not making any Instagrams, not sending it in any emails or anything like that. Really keeping it private, and this is kind of the most serious part of the session. The last box actually mentions to not share it with anyone. That would include Trezor employees.
Mm.
So when we say it's private, it really means that it's private. Uh, no one from Trezor will have this backup. So that means not sharing it with anyone. If anything ever happens, sometimes we get messages asking like, "Hey, I lost my backup and can you get it for me? That's not
Mm,
how self-custody works, right? So that's why I'm reinforcing the fact to really keep it private, keep it safe,
mm.
because the worst thing you could do is losing the backup. So that's why I am always stressing keeping it safe for sure.
After we had finished the backup phrase, he did something that I wasn't expecting, and that was take me through the backup check, which can be found in Trezor Suite in the device section of the settings.
All right, so there's one thing we need to do together, and that's going to be checking the backup. So that can be found in the settings on the
Okay.
left-hand side there. In the settings, you'll see that there's three tabs. Where we're going to be looking is the device tab. So the one next to it, device.
Okay.
And the third button from the top says check backup. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yes. So before, what you were doing is the Trezor was giving you all of the words and you were writing them down. In order to check the backup, you're actually going to be typing the words into the Trezor.
Gotcha. Okay.
And this is definitely an important thing to do, especially for the first time when you're creating a wallet. So you want to make sure that your backup is written down correctly before you actually start sending some funds to the Trezor. You want to make
Mm,
sure that you're sending it to your wallet that you just created, not someone else's wallet. So you don't want to make any costly mistakes. So that's why we want to make sure we're checking the backup now. It's also a good practice just to be extra safe and extra sure.
yeah, that's good. After we had run the backup check, Will walked me through the use of Trezor Suite, showed me the features, and also pointed out something I wasn't aware of, which is the little light bulb.
There's one more small thing I can mention here. At the bottom right-hand corner, so something you might not actually know about is a little light bulb.
Yeah, I see it down there.
And if you hit that light bulb, so that light bulb is there no matter what, if your Trezor's connected or not. And
Okay.
it's a little bit of a kind of in-app go-to guide. So if you ever have any kind of
Uh,
FAQs or quick questions, it's a nice little resource that you don't even have to exit the application. You can find out a little bit more about anything you're kind of curious about. You can even type something in at the top there.
yeah, that's nice. And of course, before we were done, Will made sure that I knew how to go into my Bitcoin account and generate a receiving address and talked about how you can fund the wallet from outside sources with various types of cryptocurrencies.
Speaking of receiving, now we can actually go ahead and I can show you how you can kind of move some crypto over to the Trezor. And we could do that using the Bitcoin account on the left. So go ahead and click on Bitcoin number one.
Okay.
And I like to use the Bitcoin account as a demonstration, but essentially the process is the same for all cryptocurrencies. So you're still kind of going to be clicking the same things and following the same steps.
Okay.
So at the top right, every cryptocurrency account at the top right has these three buttons that say trade, send, and receive.
Gotcha.
So for now, go ahead and click on receive,
Okay.
and you'll see that there's a start of an address starting to appear there. So go ahead and click on show full address. And when you do that, take a look at the Trezor device.
Okay.
And is that address that you see on your computer screen matching exactly what's shown on the Trezor on the device?
Yes, it does.
If it does, you can go ahead and confirm on the Trezor. It now gives you the option to either copy, or a lot of exchanges give you the option to scan the QR code. So you can
Mm,
do kind of either one right
oh,
there.
okay. I
And
just.
yeah, if you click copy address, it will copy it to your clipboard. Now you can go to your exchange and basically give that address to the exchange, and you're good to go. That's what you need to do from Trezor side in order to kind of receive cryptocurrency, in this case, Bitcoin. But it's kind of the cool thing of the job as well as you probably know the crypto community has been growing a lot, expanding, all kinds of different people coming from different countries, different walks of life. And it's really fascinating to see people getting into self custody for the first time and really taking it seriously. So I think we need to see more of it. And your channel is definitely step in the right direction, helping exactly kind of in line with what we're doing as well.
So all in all, I thought that Trezor Suite was a really good value. One of the main problems with self-custody is that it is a little bit tricky. It is a little bit complicated. It's setting up a hardware wallet for the first time can be rather tedious, and a lot of people rush through it. They don't get it done properly, and they don't understand the importance of the backup. So the onboarding session really drives home all of the important points in setting up a wallet, making sure the backup is done correctly, and checking the backup so that you can make sure that it's valid. It also gives the user a chance to sort of ask questions to clarify things that they may not understand from the get-go. So if you've purchased or been gifted a Trezor hardware wallet device and you're a little intimidated about setting it up, the Trezor Expert Onboarding Session is a great way to just dive in, get your feet wet, and have someone there with you that can walk you through it every step of the way. If you have any questions about anything I said or any questions about what happened during the session, please throw them up in the comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click. That will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.